Birds of a Feather. Nothing to do with Chigwell or Chigley or Chingford or wherever it was. Where was that place? Birds of a Feather. Anyway, we're not talking about that. We're talking about Birds of a Feather, the band. And Birds of a Feather, the band, were Irene and Doreen Chanter before they became the Chanter sisters. Although, even that's not true because they were already the Chanter sisters, weren't they? Because they're called Chanter and they're sisters. But anyway, this is their first solo album when they were called Birds of a Feather. It took me ages to find this. If you've been around this channel, you will know that I managed to pick up a copy without a cover. I had to pay a good chunk of money for it, but it was brand new. It'd never been played. It was just in the inner sleeve. I bought it. I was quite happy with it. And then, a few weeks later, there was one on eBay with the cover. And it was one of those ones that like starts off at a quid, 99 pence or something. And I thought, well, if that goes cheap enough, because I've already got a really good copy of the vinyl, and this sleeve's pretty good. And I thought, well, if I can get that for about 10 or 15 quid, I'll be quite happy with that. In fact, I might even be happy paying a bit more. That was the plan. Anyway, it was one of those ones that got 2 weeks left. I put a bid in of whatever it was. Wasn't a lot. I forgot about it basically, and then I got a notification through telling me that I'd won the auction, and I got this for 99 pence. So bizarrely, I paid good money for a mint copy of the record, and then I got another copy of the record for 99p with the cover. So I have now got a mint copy of this album in a very good plus cover, and I've got a spare very good plus copy of the vinyl. So if anybody wants to try and do what I did, get hold of the vinyl, you can have off me, and see if you can find yourself a cover, or somebody maybe who's got a cover and has got a copy of the record, got a battered record, and wants to replace it with a different record. I don't need two, and it'll be good if somebody that really wanted it got hold of it. So if you do, give me a shout and we'll see if we can do a deal. But in the meantime, it's a brilliant album. It's 1970, Birds of a Feather. It's that sort of late 60s, early 70s female vocal type stuff, you know, and all the sort of like soul and jazzy and blues and gospel undertones, overtones, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, anybody who doesn't know, the Chanter sisters are Irene and Doreen Chanter were backing vocalists on everything in the 70s. I guarantee if you have got records that came out in the 1970s or early 80s and they've got female backing vocals on, you know, at least one has got these on. Irene and Doreen Chanter, absolutely brilliant. Birds of a Feather. They've got to go in my one night stand section, but maybe they haven't, because they did make 3 more albums later on as the Chanter sisters.